Hello, we are live. We're doing geography, and so it's been a little minute since we've been over this map. Let's see if we can say them. North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica. What are those? The 7 continents of the world, the 7 big major land pieces. That's all of them. There's no more. All right, let's see if you can do it without me saying it. Very good. What is the imaginary line? Why do we call it imaginary? Because there's not a line drawn on the globe. But this is called the equator. Equator. What happens at the equator? It is the hottest place on Earth. So you've got your cold on the bottom and your cold on the top. But the middle is the hot place. It's the equator. What happens when you're above the equator? When you go up, it gets cold. When you go down, it gets hot. When is your winter time? Around December and January. When is your summertime? July and August. When you're below the equator, it's upside down. It's opposite, because when you go up, it doesn't get cold. It gets hot. And when you go down, it gets cold. So when is their winter? In July and August. When is their summer? In December. Crazy, crazy stuff. It's just weird. So where are we going today? South America. All right. We're going to get in our little plane. Looky here. I've got my little almond snacks. Got my little drink. Got my comfy chair. And I'm going to put my seatbelt on. Miss Angel is going to be your stewardess. Hello. My name is Miss Angel today. So fasten your seatbelts. Get comfy. We're going to take off. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5. Oh, Miss Angel forgot how to count. I learned. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take off. All right, so I'm going to move. Miss Angel's going to move. Miss Angel's going to learn how to use a computer one of these days. She's just technologically challenged. You got to get right on the dot, Miss Angel. Oh. All right, let's get Miss Angel up here. If I had the mouse, it would be easier. Okay, now I'm going to click on my eye. Oh, now I can share my screen. Okay, so we were looking at their clothes. Does anybody remember what a gaucho is? A gaucho is a rancher. Does anybody remember what language they speak? Portuguese, and that is close to Spanish. Very good. What is the world's largest rainforest or jungle? Amazon rainforest. What country is the largest country in South America? Brazil. How many countries does South America have? 13. Do you remember how many flags they have? 14. Has anybody figured that out yet? All right, today we're going to look at animals. So let's go to this one. Want to check out a few of the amazing animals found in South America? Excuse me. Look at all those animals. I have heard that South America has the largest variety of animals. What does that mean? It means they have more different kinds of animals than any other continent in the world. So if you want to see an animal, most likely it lives in South America. All right, this is, I love this. It's a beautiful animal. Tigers are some of my favorite, but this is a jaguar. And jaguars look a lot like leopards, but they're a little bit different. Jaguars are the largest of South America's big cats. So this is the largest cat that they have. They do not have lions. They once roamed from the southern tip of that continent north to the region surrounding the U.S.-Mexico border. So they went from the southern tip of South America, the very bottom of it, all the way up to the Mexican border. Today, significant numbers of jaguars are found only in remote regions of South and Central America, particularly in the Amazon basin. Why do you think that is? Why do you think their numbers are reducing? Well, as people move into a region, they cut down trees, and that means there are fewer places for jaguars to live. So it is okay for people to grow and move into new places. We just need to reserve some places for animals. We need to be sure we set aside land for them to live on. Oh my goodness. Is he yawning? Look at those teeth. Arr! He could eat you up with those teeth and those beautiful spots. I love it. Look at the value. We've been talking about value in art. Look, there's a dark value of gold and brown right there, a light value of tan, and then it goes to white. So even God uses value when he designed the animals. Let's look at the next one. Oh, this is a giant otter. This South American otter is the world's largest at some 6 feet long. So some of these otters are 6 feet. That's as long as your daddy. Not all daddies are 6 feet tall, but a lot of dads are 6 feet tall. So if your daddy laid down on the floor, you could get a good idea of how long these otters are. It lives only in the rivers and creeks of the Amazon. You remember the Amazon is the largest river in the world? The Orinoco, the La Plata river systems. Giant otter. Oh my gosh, Gage. I know you're in love with this picture. What is this, Gage? Anaconda. Look how long this is. There's one. Let me see. Let me get my mouse over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 men standing shoulder to shoulder to hold this big beast up. Look how big his belly is. That thing is huge. And I would never, ever hold this anaconda. She might squeeze me to death and eat me. The green anaconda snake is the world's largest snake and the second longest snake. So it's the biggest around, I guess, but it is the second longest. If that is not the longest snake, I do not want to see the longest snake because that thing must be a monster. It lives in the rainforest throughout South America. I bet it lives a long time. And sometimes when the weather is really good and the trees and everything grow a lot, animals can actually grow bigger too. I have heard that goldfish, when you put them in a small tank, they will only get so big and they'll stop growing. But if you have a bigger tank, even bigger tank, they will grow bigger. So it's pretty neat to see how animals grow when they have more space. But that snake is huge. Okay, let's look at this one. I don't even want to look at him. Look at his little eyes. All right, Gage, this picture is for you. Let's move on. Oh, that's a cute little llama. Well, actually, this is an alpaca. The alpaca is a member of the camel family and is typically found in the Andes Mountains. So the Andes Mountains are in South America, and that's where this alpaca lives. Do you think he's kin to the llama? Yes, he is. And it looks like he grows fur. I wonder if you can trim that fur and sell it, just like you can on a sheep. But part of the camel family, that's interesting to know. Oh, look at this. This bird looks like somebody just decided to paint a colorful bird, but this is really real. It's called Toco toucan. The Toco toucan is at home in South America's tropical forest, but it is recognized everywhere. The toucan's oversized, colorful bill has made it one of the world's most popular birds. They usually live up to 20 years. That is a long time for a bird. I don't know if you've ever eaten Fruit Loops. They are not healthy. I do not recommend it. But we used to eat Fruit Loops. And if you buy the Kellogg's brand, it had a toucan on there. And it's been many years since I've looked at Kellogg's Fruit Loops. But I don't know if they still have a toucan on there or not. Look at that orange and black. I mean, God just made this bird so colorful. White, orange, a little tip of red right there. Looks like his feet are dark grayish blue. All right, so let's see. What is your favorite South American animal? Is it the toucan? Is it the alpaca? I think I know Gage's favorite. Anaconda. Are the anaconda? Are the otter? Oh, or the jaguar. I'm going to have to pick jaguar. All right, you pick out what your favorite animal is and write it down. Mine is the jaguar. It is not spelled like it sounds, which we know some words just have their own thing they want to do. The jaguar is my favorite animal. So I'm going to go to, after you get that written on this page, go to this page and let's write down some animals. So the first animal I'm going to write down is jaguar. Write small so it'll fit in there. We already had 2.5 million bugs. That was for Micaiah. Not. So I've got jaguar. Okay, so you can see jaguar right on this one. You can pause the video if you need to. The next animal was giant otter. I'm just going to put otter. O-T-T-E-R. 2 T's. We could divide right between those 2 T's. That's a short vowel. Otter. And here's Gage's. Anaconda. I'm going to put a capital A on this one. Anaconda. There it is, up at the top. Anaconda. All right. You can pause your video if you need to finish writing that. Oh, this is a cute one too. Alpaca. Alpaca. Write down alpaca. It's right here at the bottom of the screen where my mouse is moving around. Alpaca. And the next one is the Toco toucan. I'm going to have to squeeze this in here. Toco toucan. Now, OU usually says ow, the Toco toucan, but this is pronounced oo, so it's just a different word. Toco toucan. All right. Let's see. What else do they have? Whoops. Went too far. All right, let's look at this. What do you think school is like in South America? Well, school right now for us is pretty crazy, isn't it? We're just at home and on our couches and oh my goodness. So let's see what school is like for them. Most children attend school in South America. A few stay at home to help their parents work. School usually starts at 8 a.m. and goes to 2 p.m. Hey, that's kind of like us. We used to start at 8:15 and go to 2:30. Very similar. Some children have to walk up to 3 hours to get to school each day. Braylon, I bet if you walked from your house, I bet it would only take, I don't know, it might take 3 hours. I think is your house 11 miles from ours? I can usually walk 3 miles in 1 hour, so that would be a little bit more than 3 hours. So they are very determined to get educated. Why do you think they're so determined to get educated? Well, how are you going to get a job if you can't add, if you can't count money, if you can't read? So the only way to provide for your family and for yourself and to have enough is to get a great job. So you need a great education. Education is very important and it's interesting. All right, let's look at the next picture. They normally go to school from 6 years old to 15 years old. So our kids go to school from, they have to be in school by 6 and they have to stay there until they're 18. So it's similar. If children live in a village that is too far away from school, they learn what they can from their parents. What are those brothers? Those are all brothers and sisters. What are they looking at? Books. They're looking at those pictures, and you know what? I bet their mama has to teach them how to read those words. And I bet, look, she's got cards in her hand. I bet she's going to take some notes about what she's looking at. And who's the oldest? The oldest one looks like he's right here. So it's just too far for them to walk, so they have to do what they can at home. Children in South America probably do many of the things you do for fun, like play outside with their friends, play sports, and other games. What is that game, Leon? I know you know what this game is. Soccer. A lot of the culture in Mexico loves soccer, so maybe in South America that's a popular game as well. All right, let's scroll down. One of the games they love to play is called Sapo. The rules involve trying to toss coins into holes that have been cut in the top of a box. The box also has a fake frog on top, and the person that manages to get their coin into its mouth while tossing the coins becomes the winner of the game. Alright, so you see the little holes? You're trying to get your coins in there. But if you can get it in the frog's mouth, you are the winner. So here's a lady, and she's got the game box over there next to the wall, and she's just tossing her coins. I don't know how you'd get it into that little frog. Do you think you could do that? I do not think I could. So that's called Sapo or Sapo. Alright, it looks like we've got one more slide. Now you know more about South America's geography, culture, animals, food, and some of the beautiful sights. Now it's time to fly home and talk about all that we have learned. I think some of these people maybe do this video and this PowerPoint in one day, but that's a lot. Alright, let's see if we can write down a game. Let's go back and let's see. Alright, so one game is soccer, and the other game they talked about is, it's in red, Sapo or Sapo. I'm not sure how to say it. So to put down those games, we've got a big box and we've only got two, so let's do it. Soccer. Let me go back to see if we can find the word soccer. Nope, it doesn't say it. So it's S-O-C-C-E-R. Soccer. S-O-C-C-E-R. And the other game where you throw coins is S-A-P-O. It's in red right here. Sapo. Sapo. Alright. Now, that is all we have to do today. Tomorrow we'll do our favorite part. And remember, I said you need to color your rainforest. The rainforest has the understory, the forest floor. The understory is under the trees. The canopy are the treetops, and the emergent layer sticks out above the treetops. So be sure you have that colored. And we'll go over our book tomorrow, and we'll talk about some of the things that we haven't completed yet. We'll work on them tomorrow, okay? Let's see if we can finish this page right here. We'll do that today. It says, obrigado means what in English? Do you remember what that means in English? Let's see if we can scroll back up here to the language page. Alright, can we find it? It's on number 3. Obrigado. Number 3 is thanks. That's how they say thanks. So on number 8, that word in English means thanks. So write down thanks. Th and thick, ank and bank, s. Thanks. A game children like to play is called what? The children were playing soccer. And do not answer number 10. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay? So we've learned a lot about South America. And of course, I'm sure there's a lot more that we could learn because, I mean, it's a big country. Brazil is as big as the United States. And there's just a lot of things going on there. All right, let me turn off my share screen. Okay, here we go down, Miss Amy. You have to get right on that little, I don't think y'all can see the dot, but there's a little dot. And I have to get right on that dot to get it bigger. Alright, so it's been a good deal, good fun learning about South America. We'll come back tomorrow and we've got compare and contrast, and there's some postcards in there, so we'll talk about all of that tomorrow. So I will see you again for science, and I'll see you in just a minute.